I'm Michael Sangster, CEO of NAC. Join me and Gale Force Winds for special conversations here at the North American Education Convention.
Hi, I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. It's fantastic to be here. Day 2 of the North American Career Education Convention. I want to tell you, man, the things that are happening in this room are just fantastic. Vendors, suppliers, feeding into the ecosystem, colleges and universities, people that are truly making impact in the students that come through their doors, in the communities, the states and the provinces that they serve. A pure collaboration here amongst Canadian and American partners. I want to tell you, good things are happening in this room by good people, and I like meeting them one by one. And on that note, why don't you introduce yourself, sir? Tell us what you do.
Sure. My name is Brian Belliveau. I'm the Chief Growth Officer over at Columbia Southern University. And so predominantly I work on our admissions group, and we essentially help students make that decision on whether or not to attend our university or, attend at all. So
tell me about the university.
Yeah, so Columbia Southern University is located in Orange Beach, Alabama. Beautiful location, and we service students online. So we service students all over, international students as well as domestic. And I think one of the things that we're really proud of is just our approach of our Southern hospitality with our students. Being that the main location is Alabama, when you reach out to our team and our staff, that we really try and show that Southern hospitality and really give you a warm welcome into our institution.
Yeah. There's a lot can be said about the Southern hospitality, sure, yes, and especially down there in Alabama. Wonderful place, wonderful people, very inviting. They embrace you, and of course that's what the university does, right? It puts its arms around you and brings you in. Talk to me about some of the programs you offer.
Yeah, so we have programs ranging from fire sciences, occupational safety and health. Some of our bigger ones, we just actually launched a nursing program, RN to BSN, some master's degrees as well, MSN programs. We have business programs, we have psychology programs, criminal justice, IT. So we're pretty vast in our options, and so a lot of students will look into us and find a niche that really fits what they need. Right. Our biggest opportunity for them is that we try and keep our costs low. And I know a lot of schools say that, but we actually really strive to do that. And so we've been seen as a very competitive cost for a lot of students. And if you visit we have a website of our cost calculator where you can actually compare us to other institutions and see that most times we're your best option for cost.
So online and also in-person learning, hybrid solutions as well, or how's that look?
No hybrid currently. Okay. So it's completely online, 100% online. Okay, correct. Wow. Yeah. So, in today's day and age, everybody's probably experienced some form of online, interaction. And you think about in the workspace, right? It's all Zoom. Right. We've all been through Zoom or some version, right? Google Meets, and so I think that online just makes sense, right? To give you that flexibility and that ability to take the education when you need to, versus trying to be dictated on a schedule that you have to show up face to face.
Yeah, talk to me about what the experience is like from a student point of view. How is the interaction like with the instructors? Talk to me about that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So our platform, we're using Blackboard for our classroom, and so students will go in, and it's not just reading and then writing a post. I know a lot of places I've worked at, they'll do that, right? The reading and writing posts. But we also have live lectures. Okay. And so if you're available at that time, you can attend a live lecture and actually hear that, get that same experience that you would if you're sitting in a classroom. Okay. The alternative, if you're not able to be live, is we record it. Right. And we make it available to you, so you're able to then still experience that. And so I just think that we're trying to utilize technology to provide a different experience for our student, right? And something that's going to take them beyond just that reading, writing component of the education. We want to make sure they have that interaction as well.
Talk to me about the people that are providing the education, the instructors, the professors. Tell me a little bit about them.
I mean, we just have an amazing team. From people that have a deep history in fire science is an example. You know, our dean of fire sciences just has a deep history as a chief of fire stations, right? And just has been in that industry for so long.
Yeah.
So the experience that they're able to bring into it is just tremendous. Yeah. Our nursing program, we actually were able to talk someone into coming over with us who has a deep history in nursing, you know, and has been on some of the state boards for nursing, you know, and just has this great amount of experience in that particular field. And so when you're working with our instructors and our deans and different faculty, you're getting that real life experience as a component of that education. So it's not just the book learning, right? You know, and you're getting both sides. You're getting real life.
So important, right? That you're learning from people that have actually done the business.
Exactly.
Talk to me about sort of the success rate of the students at graduation when they get to jobs. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of students go on and be extremely successful. I was actually just speaking with somebody else earlier today about one of our grads in San Diego who's now a fire chief. So, you know, they are an alumni of ours, and they got promoted up to the fire chief position out in San Diego. And so it's, you know, something that we're really proud of, right? We highlight our grads at different events. So we sponsor FDIC, which is a big fire conference, and we end up putting up these big banners with all of the chiefs that are our alumni.
Wow.
You know, and so it's just really exciting to see all these alumni come through and speak to us. I was in Hawaii meeting alumni that are military, so it's just so many different dynamics of alumni coming in meeting with us. It's great.
Hey, you mentioned military, and I see you've got veteran on your badge. Is that a focus point for your university?
It is. It's not our largest population of students, but it is a good population, right? About a third of our students, maybe a little less, is military. And so myself, I'm prior service. And so, you know, I'm very passionate about helping students who are either serve in the military currently or have served in the military. I think that those individuals making that decision to transition sometimes can be very daunting. I remember getting out and separating and thinking, I'm giving up a guaranteed paycheck, a guaranteed place to live, right? And guaranteed food, all of that, you know, to kind of take on this world. And it's scary.
Yeah.
And I think having that education behind you when you do that really gives you that confidence to be able to make that step and find success.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm really passionate about, helping those military students when we can.
It's a different kind of courage, isn't it, right? The courage
Yeah.
that they needed when they served or when you served, and then the courage it took to make that transition. It's courage nonetheless.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's that financial courage, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, there was the guarantee before and then you don't have it after, right? And so there's that aspect of trying to give up something that really is a part of who you are, you know, at that phase. And so I think a lot of students find it difficult in making that transition. Some people prepare for it and do a lot of college prior to, and some students, you know, get out and they realize, wow, I should have done this.
Yeah.
You know, and so we're there for them regardless of what phase they're in.
Brian, if I met you, you know, I was walking into an elevator and I noticed your shirt. What would the elevator pitch be about Columbia Southern University? How would you summarize the whole thing in a nutshell?
Well, I would just, you know, share with you, if, you know, you're looking to make a change in your life and you think education is going to make that impact, I would share with you that you could do far worse, obviously, than work with our institution that's going to give you that Southern hospitality. We're going to take care of you. We're going to make sure that you're comfortable along your journey. We're going to hold your hand. And then we're also going to be affordable. And we're not just one of those institutions that uses that word affordability loosely. We are very affordable, and we're going to make sure that you're taken care of.
Well, that's Columbia Southern University in a nutshell right there. That's a former U.S. Navy corpsman turned Chief Growth Officer, bringing that Southern hospitality right to the world stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching Gale Force Winds from Las Vegas. Check out NAC.ca and career.org to learn more about NAC and CQ.